Hi everyone, it's Steph with Team Fuzion. I'm back with you today for a request video from my bestie. That beautiful little girl you see on my Instagram, it's her mama. She went searching for a pigments video on my YouTube channel the other night when she was going to use one of these, and then proceeded to yell at me because I didn't have one. I'm so sorry, but I'm making up for it right now. And Alicia, this is just for you. And of course, anyone else who is interested in these pigments and learning how to use them. So I'm going to take you through the 4 pigments that Fuzion has to offer, how I use them, how to apply them, and I will include photographs of each one so you can get a really good look at what they look like. I hope you find this video helpful so that you don't struggle with your pigments, as they are really, really pretty and can add so much to your designs. So let's get started. First up in this pigments video is the original Fuzion Chrome. This was released quite a while ago. Super popular still for that epic chrome nail. I love looking at it in the pot. Isn't it pretty? Now let's start off with how I like to apply my pigments. You can put them on top of a finished nail as they should be applied. I, for this case, have used paints and fully cured it and then applied the tack-free top coat right here. And I under cure it. I only cure it for 30 seconds in my UV LED light. Now, if you're struggling with your pigments, it's generally because you've either under cured your tack-free top coat or you've over cured it. So because everybody works with different lights, you kind of have to play around with your light and see what works best for you. But if you're having issues, that's almost always the reason, either under cured or over cured tack-free. So for this chrome, I'm going to use my sponge, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of it on my sponge, and I'm going to rub it in to the surface of this nail. I find for chrome, you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck putting it over black. And the more you work it into the surface of that tack-free top coat, the shinier it's going to be. Wow. I love that. So pretty. Obviously, when you're doing this, you'd want to work vented. I have my vent underneath, but it's just not turned on at the moment, so you guys can hear me. What I like to do now is to put this right back into the light and give it a full 1-minute cure. That's just my technique. I don't know if it does anything. I think it does. I don't struggle with issues with my chromes. My clients tend to keep their chrome on pretty well. So that's what's worked, and I'm going to keep doing that. So give it a whirl, and then you cap it with Extreme Shine. I find that the most durable and long-lasting, making sure to get all your edges. And I'll show you that in a second once I cure this. Now we have the brand new Holo from Fuzion. This is a super micro fine holo. You can see it in the lid how like holographic and fine pigment this one is. I love this holo. It is super user friendly. I find it easiest with holo to sponge it on. That's just my preference. So I don't ever use my silicone tool for that. I always end up picking up too much, but that's just how it goes. And I like to press it into the surface of the tack-free. And it really gives me the finish I want. For this example, I'm doing it over a sort of a turquoisey teal color. Just like that. And then a full cure in the light, as I only cured this tack-free for 30 seconds in my UV LED light, and then again, top with Extreme Shine. next up is a pigment brand new from Fuzion called Pinkalicious. It's absolutely glorious. I cannot wait to play with this more. I've been waiting for this particular pigment. Debbie from Clear Jelly wears a very specific style that I love. I did a swatch right here so you can see it. I hope it picks up on camera like it does in person. It's a combination of Ice Ice Baby and Rockstar with this pigment rubbed over top, and it is so pretty and dimensional, multi-dimensional. You really have to see it in person. But she's been wearing this style for a while and I just love it. You can see clearly I'm rocking it myself a little bit. Anyways, I was really excited to see this because this is the pigment that she uses to create it. So not only did I create the swatch that she did, but I've put it over white. I'm not sure if that's picking up on camera like it is in person, but I'll put a picture at the end. But I'm going to try it over the hot pink right now because it's Pinkalicious. Of course, I have to try it. Now to apply this, you can either use a sponge, just a makeup sponge, or you can burnish it with a silicone tool. I'm going to try half one way and half the other. So I've used pink paints, the hot pink paints, and I've cured it fully, and then I put my tack free over top, and I cured my tack free for 30 seconds in my UV LED light. So now I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Pinkalicious and we'll see which one works better. And you just rub it in. I'm going to do the top half burnished in this way, and I'll do the bottom half with the sponge. And we'll see which side looks better. Probably best to turn your vent on when you're doing this, but I want you guys to be able to hear me, so I'm going to leave it off and I'll deal with that sparkly mess later. Okay. So I'm going to pick up a little bit on my sponge and I'm going to rub it into the bottom half. We'll see if it looks much different. Just make sure I get it everywhere. Okay, so it definitely gives you a different look. The top is more chrome effect and the bottom is a little bit more sparkly. So it really depends on kind of the look you're going for. I think I'm going to take my silicone tool and just burnish the rest in because I really like the look of that right now. But I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way. Just do whatever you like to do. The more you work the chrome pigment into the nail, the more shiny it'll get. You can even take your wipe or your sponge, sorry, and give it a bit of a rub. See if that brings up some of the shine as well. Just don't rub too hard, otherwise you'll rub your pigment right off. And I like to use a very small feathery duster to clean off the excess. And for best results, because I under-cured my tack free, I like to put this back in the light now for a full minute and let it cure, and then I top with Extreme Shine. So I'll show you that next. Okay, I've given that a full cure and I'm going to top it with Extreme Shine. I find the Extreme Shine is a really good durable top coat when you're working with chromes. Some people like the tack free. I find I have more durability and more success with my chrome pigments using Extreme Shine to top with. Really making sure that you cap all your edges very well so that you don't have any area that's going to separate. Really make sure you get that free edge capped properly. Wow. That is such a pretty pigment. Holy smokes. I feel like a photograph is really going to show you guys clearly what this looks like. So I'm going to cure this and then I'm going to photograph these beauties and post that at the end of this. This is Fuzion Pink Chrome. It is so pretty in the jar. I absolutely love it. In this scenario, I am putting it over a coral. I just think that's the look of pink that I like the best. Test it over different colors to see what you like. This is the same put over paints, applied tack free, and cured it for 30 seconds in my UV LED light. And I'm going to use a silicone tool to burnish this in because I really want that pink chrome look, and this is how you get it. It's pretty user-friendly, the pink chrome. It's a little messy, so definitely work vented, guys. When you are doing this, turn your vents on. And just work that in really well. And then I like to pop it back into the light for a full cure and then top with extreme shine.